We're team 229, and we chose the question to impose the law. I'm Joshua Seamus.
Josh Dean.
I'm Bailey Frost.
And this is our presentation. So our meeting agenda, we're first going to start off with the firm supply issues, and Bailey will be speaking about that. And I will be speaking about the consumer and demand issues. And then lastly, Josh Dean will be speaking about the market equilibrium.
All right, so for the firm supply issues, the regulatory cost that's being imposed on the production. So the only shifter, as you can see, it's the prices of the factors of production. So basically at any given level of output, it's going to end up being more than what it was before the regulations were put in place. So the marginal cost will end up going up, as you can see, and then the average total cost and the average variable cost curves are also shifting up, as you can see. And then the profit maximizing output is also going down from the quantity 1 point and to the quantity 2 point, which is the shift from 6,800 to 6,000 for that individual firm, as you can see on the graph shown. And then, so since every firm in the organic egg producer is affected by new imposed law results, and the producers having less quality in total production at the end of the month, because every firm is going to be affected. So we can assume that every firm's total profit maximization is down, so that when you sum up all of the firms in the market is going to have output. So you can see the results from the quantity from 10 million dozen eggs to 8 million dozen eggs at the P1 point on the graph.
Now for the consumer demand issues. On the left, we have the 5 factors that contribute to the shift of the demand curve, being income, taste and preferences, prices of related goods, demographic and characteristics, and lastly, buyer expectations. When it involves a demand shift, there's no underlying change in behavior for the consumer. So a shift in the supply curves makes for the movement along the demand curve, as you can see in the graph above. So within the article, there's no information on any factors that may affect a shift in the demand curve. But if we think about a story where the demand curve may shift, since the cost curve shifts due to the new regulation, there may be a group of growers that do not want to be in the organic egg growing market anymore due to the new regulations. These growers may move to the conventional egg market. With many firms leaving the organic egg market, this does not affect the organic cost curve, but does affect the market side on supply and demand. With the number of firms changing from organic to conventional, this is a factor that will shift the supply curve, making the organic egg market produce less, causing a shift in the supply curve to move to the left on the graph, causing the price of organic eggs to rise as well. Now looking at the conventional egg market, a whole bunch of firms just moved in, causing the supply curve to shift to the right due to more production of conventional eggs. This then lowers the price of conventional eggs, making the demand rise in conventional eggs as well. Now, as a mixed buyer of organic and conventional eggs, you will tend to buy more conventional eggs due to the lower cost. This then lowers the demand for organic eggs, causing the demand curve to shift to the left.
All right, Professor McDougall, I got market equilibrium. And so pretty much as Bailey said, there's going to be that shift towards the left, and that's going to cause for it to be out of equilibrium. So if you notice, we went from that new market price, we went from 40 cents to 50 cents over at P2 on the graph. And that's pretty much, that's going to change our new marginal revenue lines. So on the individual firm, if they're still following the profit maximization behavior, it's going to cause a new line to be right there at that 50 cents. And if we go down to where it hits marginal cost, it's going to provide a new quantity. So that's pretty much just saying that it's pretty much going to cause another shift in the market, because if we do how Bailey said, we add up all those individual firms, they're going to now be able to, they're now producing more than that Q2. So it's going to go from that 10 million to 8 million. Now we're going back to 9 million. So, and that's pretty much going to be another shift along the supply curve. So at any given price, the quantity goes up. So that's going to cause a movement on the supply curve, right? Because of that quantity. Pretty much that's just showing that we're constantly like, there's no real equilibrium in the real world. We're constantly shifting and everything. So this is just like one cycle, and then we could do a whole nother cycle, and then we would have to choose all these or move all these curves and all that to follow the behavior of profit maximization. So yeah.
Thank you in the end.
Thank you. We're done.
Josh, you were muted. Mega muted.
That's awkward. I'm sorry. Thanks.
No, that's awesome.